Hello, it is Foundation Friday, March 2nd, 2018. Steve Sipress here with my Rhino of the day, that guy. One of my larger rhinos, this very cool leather rhino. I believe it might possibly just be a leather covering over something, but it's a nice, heavy, cool color, very cool, detailed, and a leather rhino. Very cool. We like that one. One of my bigger favorite rhinos. But let's get right to Foundation Friday. And the tip today is a simple one. And Stephen Covey said this in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Hello, David. Good seeing you here. If I remember correctly, this was the second tip where he says, begin with the end in mind. But he's talking about a different thing that I'm talking about here today, because I'm talking about foundation for smart and effective marketing for small business owners. He was talking about planning and setting a plan and knowing where you want to go before you get started, so you're not just willy-nilly running at things. And even when things go bad, you're always thinking about the end in mind. You're not just thinking about today. You have plans, you have goals. That's what Stephen Covey was talking about. What I'm talking about is something that's come up in a few conversations over the past few days with clients and with my 25K in 25.com strategy session, where I guarantee to find at least $25,000 for any small business in just one 25-minute phone call. This one went a little over because I had some extra advice and some extra help, and probably ended up a little over a couple of $100,000 worth of extra income that he'll realize from this phone call. But he had sent me a few of his marketing or advertising pieces to review, and he was not beginning with the end in mind when it comes to effective marketing. And the rule is, and the foundational tip is, every step in your marketing, know what response you want from your prospect or your prospective, your customer, if you're selling additional services. But you want to know, when I'm sending out this postcard, when I'm making this phone call, when I'm meeting a person at a networking event, what response do I want from them? That's where you start. So these pieces I've been reviewing lately from clients, as well as from these doing my 25K and 25.com strategy sessions, are way too complex. And I see this very often with small business owners. You're trying to do way too much with your marketing so that the prospect, the person reading it, seeing it, whether it's a website, a billboard, an ad, anything at all, is confused because you're trying to jump too many steps at once, and you want to do one step at a time. The end to start with when you're doing marketing is to think, what response do I want? That's what's known as direct response marketing. What response do I want my chosen who to take? And then everything about that way, that email, postcard, phone call, ad, website, whatever it is you're putting together now, has only one focus and only one purpose only. You want to get that response. Now you know what to say, you know what not to say, you know what to leave out. I won't go into all the details, but I will, of course, if you go to 25K and 25.com and book your strategy session. No charge, and often most business owners can be helped, and there's plenty of things you can do thanks to technology today at no charge, and they're easy to do on your own and very simple, and you don't need anybody's help. That's what other coaches and consultants don't want you to know, by the way. They just want to charge you whoppingly high fees that are unnecessary. But if I do work together with somebody, then, we'll work that out. But I give this advice right off the bat, and that's one of the main things I can spot right away. You're trying to do too many things at once. So you're trying to get somebody to become a new customer, and then you're also talking about, hey, and then down the road, we can also do this and this and this for you. Like, way too complex, way too confusing, way too unnecessary. Boil it down to just the necessary. What one step do you want them to take at the end of whatever message you're putting in front of them? That's where you start, and that's how you do effective, sharp, direct response marketing. Okay, and Phil is here. Great to see you, Phil. I know you know that, Phil, and you practice it. And we all catch ourselves once in a while overcomplicating things. So it's good when you create your advertising or marketing piece, put it aside for a little while, a day or two. Hopefully you don't start right near the deadline like as entrepreneurs we often do, because we're going in so many directions and, I got to get that ad done. Whoop, we whip something out. Not a good idea. Whip it out, but then let it sit for a day or two so you can come at it fresh eyes, as they say, as if you are the recipient, and you're likely to spot something that you otherwise wouldn't have and said, actually, I don't know what I had in mind when I created this, but I'm not sure. I don't understand it. If you're not sure and you created it, then what do you think the recipient is going to be? So focus it on what is the next step you want them to take, just one step. That's the Foundational Friday tip for today. Another beautiful winter day here in sunny Arizona. Another beautiful sunset happening behind me with the purple mountains majesties. I hope that you are having another peaceful and fantastic and beautiful day as well. I know those on the East Coast had big storms come through today. So I highly recommend that you put systems into place in your business so that even if your business operates on the East Coast, if a storm is coming, you don't have to be there. You can be anywhere you want. Your business operates without you. Income keeps happening. Growth keeps happening. That's what a successful business, in my eyes, is really all about. That's the idea of when you started the business. You didn't start it for the business to own you, did you? So that's my hope for everybody, and hope you'll stick around and tune in. Tomorrow is Success Story Saturday. I will have an educational and entertaining story to tell about a successful entrepreneur. I hope you'll join me then. And for now, that's it. Have a good rest of your Friday or Saturday for my friends that are already into Saturday. They're in Europe and Asia. Have a great rest of the whatever it is for you, and I'll catch you back tomorrow on Success Story Saturday. Thanks for being here today. Over and out. Bye-bye.